Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest and most shocking topics in world football right now. The unbelievable, jaw-dropping, and frankly mind-blowing ticket prices for the 2026 World Cup final. Yes, you heard that right. If you thought football was the people's game, what's happening with ticket pricing might seriously make you question that idea. The FIFA World Cup has always been more than just a tournament. It's a global celebration. It's where dreams are made, legends are born, and history is written. Every 4 years, billions of fans from every corner of the planet gather around their screens, and for the lucky few, inside the stadium, to witness football at its absolute peak. But in 2026, something feels very different. The 2026 World Cup, hosted jointly by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, is set to be the biggest World Cup in history. More teams, more matches, more cities, and unfortunately, it seems, much more expensive tickets, especially when it comes to the final. Let's talk numbers. Early reports and projections suggest that tickets for the 2026 World Cup final could reach astronomical prices, far beyond what fans have seen in previous tournaments. While official prices may vary depending on category and availability, insiders and analysts are already predicting that premium seats could cost thousands of dollars. Yes, thousands. And even standard tickets may end up being out of reach for the average fan. So the question is, how did we get here? To understand this, we need to look at how football, especially at the highest level, has evolved over the years. The sport has grown into a massive global industry worth billions. Sponsorships, broadcasting rights, merchandise, and commercial deals have transformed football into a business powerhouse. And with that comes a shift in priorities. The World Cup final is no longer just a match. It's an event, a spectacle, a global showpiece designed not only for fans, but also for corporations, VIP guests, and high-paying customers. This shift has had a direct impact on ticket pricing. Another major factor is demand. The World Cup final is arguably the most watched sporting event on the planet. Everyone wants to be there, from die-hard supporters to celebrities, influencers, and business elites. The demand is simply overwhelming, and when demand skyrockets while supply remains limited, prices naturally go up. But here's the issue: who gets left behind? For many lifelong fans, attending a World Cup final has always been a dream. People save for years, travel across continents, and make huge sacrifices just to be part of that once-in-a-lifetime experience. But with ticket prices reaching such extreme levels, that dream is slowly slipping away. Let's imagine a typical fan, someone who has followed their national team for years, someone who has celebrated every victory and suffered every defeat. Now imagine their team finally reaching the World Cup final. This should be the ultimate moment, the reward for years of passion and loyalty. But instead of celebrating, they're faced with a harsh reality. They simply can't afford to be there. That's the emotional side of the story, and it's something that often gets overlooked. There's also the issue of fairness. Many fans argue that football is losing its soul, that it's becoming more about money than about the people who truly love the game. When ticket prices reach levels that only the wealthy can afford, it creates a divide. It turns the stadium into an exclusive space, rather than a place for genuine supporters. And it doesn't stop there. Resale markets and ticket scalping make the situation even worse. Even if official prices are already high, tickets often end up being resold at even higher prices. This creates a cycle where genuine fans are pushed out, and the experience becomes increasingly commercialized. But is there any justification for these prices? From an organizational perspective, hosting a World Cup is incredibly expensive. Stadium construction, infrastructure, security, logistics, the costs are enormous. FIFA and the host countries invest billions to make the tournament happen. Ticket sales are one way to recover those costs. However, critics argue that this explanation doesn't fully justify the extreme pricing. After all, the World Cup generates massive revenue from other sources, especially broadcasting rights and sponsorship deals. So why should fans bear such a heavy financial burden? This brings us to an important debate. Should there be limits on ticket prices? Some believe that governing bodies should introduce caps to ensure that tickets remain accessible. Others argue that the market should decide, and that high prices are simply a reflection of demand. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. What's clear, though, is that the situation is changing the way fans experience the World Cup. For many, attending the final may no longer be a realistic goal. Instead, they'll have to settle for watching from home or in public viewing areas. While these experiences can still be exciting, they're not the same as being inside the stadium, feeling the atmosphere, and witnessing history firsthand. There's also a cultural impact. Football has always been a unifying force. It brings people together regardless of background, nationality, or social status. But when access becomes limited by price, that sense of unity starts to fade. The game risks becoming less inclusive, and that's something many fans find deeply concerning. Let's not forget the players. For them, the World Cup final is the pinnacle of their careers. They dream of playing in front of passionate, energetic crowds, the kind of crowd that only true fans can create. If stadiums become filled with spectators who are less emotionally invested, the atmosphere could change dramatically, and that would affect the game itself. Now let's look ahead. What can fans expect as the 2026 World Cup approaches? First, it's important to stay informed. Official ticket sales will likely happen in phases, and prices may vary depending on categories and demand. Fans should be cautious of scams and unofficial sellers, especially in such a high-demand environment. Second, planning ahead will be crucial. If attending the final is your dream, it may require significant financial preparation. Travel, accommodation, and other expenses will add to the overall cost. Third, consider alternative experiences. Watching matches in fan zones or public screenings can still offer an incredible atmosphere. In some cases, these events bring together thousands of fans and create unforgettable memories. Finally, keep the spirit of football alive. At its core, football is about passion, community, and love for the game. While ticket prices may rise and the business side of football continues to grow, the essence of the sport remains in the hearts of its fans. The 2026 World Cup final will undoubtedly be a historic event. It will capture the attention of the entire world. It will deliver moments of brilliance, drama, and emotion, but it will also raise important questions about the future of football and who it truly belongs to. Will the game continue to move in this direction, or will there be efforts to make it more accessible again? Only time will tell. One thing is certain. The conversation around ticket prices is not going away anytime soon. As fans, voices matter, discussions matter, and the way we engage with the sport can influence its future. So whether you're planning to attend, watch from home, or join a crowd in your city, remember why you fell in love with football in the first place. Because in the end, it's not just about being there, it's about feeling it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more football stories, insights, and discussions. See you next video.